Yo guys, welcome back to the Transfer Daily YouTube channel, and we are back with a new roundup on what is going on in the market. So starting off with a goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale, who we know last summer signed for Southampton for around 20 million, 25 million from Arsenal after being second choice to David Raya at Arsenal. So what is going on with Ramsdale now is that Southampton at the current moment look likely to be relegated from the Premier League, which it's almost a certainty, but not official yet. And Aaron Ramsdale isn't keen on playing Championship football next season. So at the current state of things is that Aaron Ramsdale wants to be competing for European places and for top places. So Aaron Ramsdale wants to play for a top club after this season, because it looks likely that Ramsdale leaves Southampton at the end of the season and tries the next chapter and rebuild himself as what he's really done this season, and then make a move to a team who's, out of that relegation risk. So at the moment, it's unclear if Ramsdale is open to a move away from England, because I'm certain there'll be many clubs from Europe outside of England who would love to take Aaron Ramsdale. But also as well, you'd expect there's options in the Premier League. And I'm not just saying options as a second choice goalkeeper, but maybe even a first choice goalkeeper. And he's obviously been linked to West Ham, I think, today, but from what I know at the moment, they're happy with Areola. But also Chelsea have been linked to him, and Chelsea had strong interest previously in Ramsdale, and he is a keeper who they rate quite highly. But Chelsea at the moment, Kobel is a keeper they admire quite a lot. They could move into the goalkeeper market, but at the moment they believe they've got Petrovic, who's on loan at Strasbourg. They've got Philip Jorgensen, and they believe that they have keepers for the future, Chelsea. So let's wait and see what happens there. But Ramsdale to leave Southampton in the summer, it's almost a certainty. Let's see where he decides to take his next steps. So now Darwin Nunez, and we're going to talk about a report from Ben Jacobs which linked Darwin Nunez with Atletico Madrid. And we know Liverpool and Nunez are very likely to part ways in the summer, as Liverpool expected for a big rebuild in the summer. And Darwin Nunez obviously has options from Saudi. And as Ben Jacobs reported, is that Atletico Madrid are big admirers of Darwin Nunez, and they like his attitude, but also Diego Simeone is a big fan of the player. And he is one of them type of Atletico Madrid players who show a lot of passion, a lot of work rate and desire. The type of players who Diego Simeone likes. So he does have supporters at Atletico Madrid behind the scenes, which could be crucial. But a loan move I saw that reported, a loan move will not happen. Liverpool do not work in this way, and a loan with a straight loan, a loan with an option, or a loan with an obligation will not happen. And if Atletico Madrid want to sign Darwin Nunez, it will likely have to be a fee around 60 million euros, around that type of fee, because as we know, Saudi clubs are interested, and Liverpool, from what I know, believe that they will get a significant fee from Saudi, which could be around that 60 to 70 million euro mark, even more than that. But that is a key thing, and that is why I think for European clubs this summer, guys, I think it's going to be very tough for European clubs to get involved in the race, because unless if Darwin Nunez personally rejects a move to Saudi, which he hasn't. He came out in an interview and said something about Saudi money before. So Nunez is also open to Saudi. So let's wait and see. But he will likely leave Liverpool in the summer, Atletico Madrid like Darwin Nunez, but the fee with Saudi clubs also there is a big issue if Atleti are going to sign Darwin Nunez. So now a fan favourite at Juventus since signing in the summer, Francisco Conceicao, and they signed him in the summer on a loan deal from Porto, and he has been very good this season. One of the real best players for Juventus this season, because we know they had a very busy summer and January transfer window. So Francisco Conceicao also happy at Juventus, and a few months ago it was a certainty that Juventus would trigger that buy option for Conceicao, and it will be a formality and just a matter of time before he signs as a permanent player for Juventus, which obviously though this was Juventus when they looked like they were going to go for Serie A title and this type of thing, but we know this has changed, and now obviously Juventus could miss out on Champions League football this season, which would play a big part on the financial side, because we know they've got many players. Kenan Yildiz, many players who clubs would love to have, Gelson Bremer. So what does this mean? Because we know Juventus spent quite a lot in the summer, obviously quite a few loan deals as well, like Colin Muani, who they love to keep as well, but once again financially. So Conceicao anyway. And the buy option for Conceicao is around 30 million euros. So not a lot of money, but as we know, the UCL could be crucial for the permanent transfer, because other clubs would have been monitoring Conceicao from previous seasons, but this season he would have caught the eye of many clubs. So Juventus will not want that option to expire and then allow other clubs who can offer more money into the race. So it's a very delicate situation at the moment. Juventus want to trigger this option before the end of the season, I can guarantee that, but at the moment it does look unlikely that happens, because we know many things going on. Champions League football is another one, is a big one, but also Thiago Motta, and Thiago Motta's future is also key, because as we know, Conceicao suits that system, but if Juventus bring in a new manager, which looks likely at the moment at the end of the season, who knows, it might not fit the style of play that Conceicao has, where, for instance, if it's 5 at the back, he might not fit the system. So let's wait and see, but I don't expect Juventus to rush into any decisions with these players who they've got on loan. It might be the fact as they wait until the end of the season, see where they are financially, and then who knows. But Conceicao is wanted by obviously the owner who's came out and said it, but also the sporting director, this type of thing. So let's wait and see, but not time to panic for Juventus yet, but let's just see if Conceicao signs on a permanent. Now then, Eduardo Camavinga, who's been linked with Manchester City, and we know many Real Madrid players get linked with a lot of clubs, because as we know, who wouldn't love to have the players Real Madrid have, who struggle to get first 11 teams, who probably get in the starting 11 of most teams in Europe. And Eduardo Camavinga, we know many clubs would love to have him because of his versatility. He can play left back, centre mid, centre defensive mid, many positions he can play. But simple at the moment answer for the links with Man City is that Manchester City aren't looking at Eduardo Camavinga at the moment, and the reason for this is that I'm sure Man City will love to have him like they love to have Rodrigo, but unfortunately Eduardo Camavinga isn't up for sale, and the only player who has been given indication is Aurelien Tchouameni or Arda Güler. And for Arda Güler, that would be a personal decision, as I spoke about in a recent video, because Güler is starting to show hints of frustration at his playing time. But for Tchouameni, it was for performance reasons, but in recent weeks now he's gone back into midfield. Tchouameni has been excellent for Real Madrid. So let's just wait and see what happens. But from what I've been told, Camavinga not up for sale. Manchester City, who knows, he might be a name on the list, he might have interest, but from what I know, it's not a deal they're pursuing at the moment. So there's the video. Thank you for watching. The transfer window starting to heat up with concrete names being thrown, clubs' top target now starting to come to tuition. And make sure to subscribe to keep updated with all of these transfer stories, and I'll see you in the next one.